What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is my 2025 Volkswagen GTI SE DSG. And since it's October up here in Alaska, it's about time to put some winter tires on. This car has been sitting in my garage for the last 30 days. And I have driven it, have about 1,200 miles on it in the last 30 days, maybe 1,300 after today's little excursion, and it's been okay so far. The car itself is a blast to drive. If you're not paying attention, it'll get away from you, especially with that smooth DSG. But really, the problem I've been having, primarily with the tires. Now, you may be asking yourself, Josh, you have this awesome service jack that you take with you when you go autocrossing. Why aren't you using that to lift this? The answer is, I think my service jack is dying. I think I've had that thing for like 10 years at least. It's finally dying. Something else that also died last night was the other one of these. This is a rubber sill saver for jacking up your car. And what it does is saves your sills from getting smushed by the jack. I think I saw Chris Gaines use these like years ago, and I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. So I've been using them ever since. I think I bought this pack like 5 years ago at least. And the one that I've been using constantly just finally died on me. So I'm going to use this. Probably order another pack here soon. I'll definitely have a link for these in the description below. I did purchase them off Amazon. I think they were like 15 bucks when I bought them. I don't know how much they are now, but check them out. It's just a little bit of peace of mind whenever you jack up your car, that you're not going to be jacking up those sills, messing something up under there, trying to keep it as pristine as possible. Now, normally I'd be using jack stands here, but this is going to take about 5 minutes for me to swap this thing out. So I'm going to swap out the wheel and tire, and I think this jack should be able to hold off for that amount of time. By the way, this stool that I'm sitting on, I also got off Amazon. I think it was like 35 bucks or something, which it's been great for doing little jobs like this. I like not having to sit on the floor, and I also like that I didn't spend $600 on a creeper seat. Granted, I have also had this for like 6 or 7 years now, and one of the bolts fell out, so the seat moves, but it still works great. Until my fat ass breaks it, I will be keeping this for a while. The third tool that I'm using that I think is awesome, because Volkswagens have wheel bolts instead of nuts. That means that there's no stud in here, whereas on the Toyota or the Fords I have, they have lug nuts that if I removed all the lug nuts, the wheel would kind of stay on there still, whereas if you remove all of the wheel bolts from a Volkswagen, the wheel will just fall off. So this thing right here is called a wheel hanger stud, and it just screws in like that. And I have had this for over a decade now. It has been awesome because I have had a ton of Volkswagens in that time period, and this works really well for swapping wheels and tires and whatnot. Rotating tires, it really helps. See how the wheel just hangs on there? I think my next Amazon tool purchase is going to be one of those lug nut sockets that kind of protects the wheel. I've already got a little bit of rubbing on this wheel in one of the holes, but it's okay. Now these are Volkswagen OEM wheel. They only came on 1 year of the GTI, and I think it was like the GTI Sport. These are OEM Nagaros. That's what these wheels are called. And they're pretty scratched up right now, which is okay. I'm using them as my winter set. I have some Bridgestone Blizzak WS90s on here. These are a directional tire, so you just gotta make sure that the direction is pointing the right way. The direction of rotation, that is, right? So this has an arrow that's pointing this way. That means when it's rolling, it needs to roll down the street going that way, which means that this tire goes on the left side, because on the left side, your wheels are turning like this. And that's which way the arrow is pointing, so I'm gonna put that on there. See, and this is so much easier with that wheel hanger stud. I have a pretty standard process for doing this. I will hand tighten these down, and when you tighten your lug nuts and bolts, you got to make sure you install them in a star pattern, because if you don't, your wheel is probably going to fall off or you're going to mess up your tire. Yes, I'm speaking from experience. And I was like 16 on my mom's 1994 Buick Skylark. I was like, yeah, I can put the wheel on. We got new tires, and, I was like, sure, yeah, I can put, that's easy, right? Well, at that time, I thought I knew more than I actually knew. As every teenager does, they know everything, right? I knew everything when I was 16. So when I put the wheel on, I just put the bolts on in a circular pattern. Makes sense, right? You just put them on, NBD. What I didn't realize is that when you do that, you are not properly mating these surfaces between your brake caliper and your wheel hub. So what happened when I did this? Well, as I was driving down the road to school the next day, I feel there was something wrong. It kept getting worse and worse. And what it was the wheel, and the tire really, was rubbing on the suspension as I was driving down the road, because it was just loose and kind of going back and forth and back and forth. And it was only rubbing in one spot, because the way when I put the tire on or put the wheel on, it was at an angle. So what happened? Well, I blew that tire immediately, because I didn't put it on correctly. And needless to say, I think my mom was pretty pissed. So that's okay, though. Accidents happen. All right, remember, star pattern when you install your wheels. Okay, now that that's done, I can put the car down. Look at that suspension travel. That was pretty crazy. This is where the torque wrench comes into play. Now, for as long as I can remember, Volkswagen lug bolt torque has been 88.9 foot-pounds. I don't have a torque wrench that's that specific, so usually I just do 89 foot-pounds. And again, when you do your torque spec, you want to do it in a star pattern. All right. Now the cool thing is, because I'm using OEM wheels, these Nagaros, I can use the OEM lug bolts that came with the car. Now naturally, as a Volkswagen enthusiast, I really want to lower this car. I think that's the biggest thing for any car enthusiast, is being able to customize your car, make it the way you want, because it's your car. Yeah, we should want to, this is how I show my individuality. I have another set of OEM wheels. They're like the Golf R wheels from the Mark 7 generation. I really want to restore both these wheels and those wheels, so that I essentially have 3 sets of OEM Volkswagen wheels. I know it's super nerdy, but I think it would look great to have those Golf R wheels on this car, lowered and tinted. And I think it'd be great. I think it would be great. It's rotating the correct way. Great. I'm paying very special attention to that, because I have messed that up in the past. Yeah, I don't know why. I think a long time ago there's a few OEM Plus threads on the Mark IV Vortex forum. Shout out Zach, exclamation point. He had so much attention to detail when he was doing his Mark IV. I think that was like, I don't know, I want to say 2011, 2012. And I was really starting to get into Volkswagens. I think I bought my first Volkswagen in, I think it was 2011. My first ever Volkswagen was a black manual Golf 2-point slow. That was a great introduction to Volkswagens in general. I think I might need to use my service jack over here. Good thing it's right here. I would like to invest in a new service jack soon. I would like to do a lot of things to this car, but I've made the decision that until I start making money off this YouTube thing, I'm not going to do anything to this car. So much so that an appointment that I had to get it tinted tomorrow, had it scheduled it last week. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this thing tinted. I went and canceled it because I really should not be spending more money on something that isn't making me money. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. There is one free way that you could help out with that problem, though. It's absolutely free. Free to you, free to me, free to your friends. Tell your friends. You can hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. And it costs nothing. And what do you get out of it? You get more entertaining videos about Volkswagens. And I don't know if you noticed, my GR86 is sitting right over there. And as soon as I walk away, I could hear my jack creaking as if it was lowering. Come on, stick with me. Yeah, this jack is definitely slowly dying. Please don't drop these right on my feet. I think I am just getting older and more sensible with my money. I mean, maybe not if you ask my wife, but I think I am okay with saving up some, waiting for the right time to buy. Maybe that right time is Black Friday. I wonder, I think I'm at like 186 subscribers right now. I wonder if I could get to 200 subscribers by Black Friday. I really want to start releasing some merch. I don't know if it's too early. Maybe if I get 200 subs by Black Friday, I will put out my first merch. What do you guys think? Is that crazy, or would you guys buy it? Now, you may be wondering what this little tool is that I'm using to pull off the black caps. I'm actually kind of surprised. I think I had one in my GLI, my 2012 GLI, because I bought it brand new, but I don't ever remember in any of my other cars using this. Granted, I think historically I've thrown these black covers out. But I think up here in Alaska, in order to prevent corrosion or whatnot and the lug nuts getting stuck, I'm going to be using them throughout the winter. I don't have any fancy lugs to be shown off. I mean, it's stock, so. Man, it does look like a monster truck though, huh? That's why I need to lower it, which is why I need more subs. Doing a suspension on a Volkswagen is not that difficult. I think I've been doing it since 2011, since my first one. Man, I miss that GTI that I had too. I had a reflex silver, 2003 GTI manual. That car was a lot of fun. My third Volkswagen in general, my second GTI. My first GTI was actually a 2011. No, it was a 2012. I don't remember. I know my first GLI and my fourth Volkswagen was my 2012 GLI. And I had that for like a decade. Man, I regret selling that car. It had less than 100,000 miles on it when I sold it. I think it was at like 93. Just couldn't figure out how I was going to bring that up to Alaska from Virginia. I could have had it shipped, but I mean, it was a KO4 turbo GLI, super fast. I don't think I would trust anybody with driving that car. And I think these wheels and the Golf R wheels that I have would look really good if I could clean them up. See, this one has a big chunk missing on this front side right here. Now, it was balanced with that after they installed the tire, so I think it will be okay. I wonder if there's any way to repair that, because that is a good chunk missing. I also wonder if it would ride better if I had just gotten a set of new wheels. Like, say I got the 17-inch Orbits from Tire Rack, along with some winter tires, had them shipped up here. I think it would have cost me like, let's see, I think it would have cost me like $800 more to have those shipped up here. So I think I'm still good, because I paid $400 for this set of wheels, and I paid $400 for the other set of wheels, and I think the tires were about $800 or $900. And it would have cost me $2,400 shipped Orbits with winter tires. I feel like I've had a really good experience with Tire Rack in the past, where if I wanted Steelies, I got Steelies. I was able to get Steelies for my Bronco Sport. I was able to get Steelies for my Ranger, and they're great because they're cheap, you know, cost a lot less than like name brand wheels. Yeah, that's crazy. See in the back there? Just look at that wheel gap. It's crazy to me. All right, last torquing down. Let's double check the specs. Still at 89 foot-pounds. That's what we want. All right. There we go. I think there are some free mods that I could probably do to this. One of which, removing the emblems, debadging as it's called. So I got this on this side, and then on that side, and then there's one on the boot. So I think that might be my second mod, since my wheels and tires would be my first mod, technically. Anyways, all buttoned up. Thanks for hanging out with me. Please, if you want to see more mods to the GTI or the GR86, which I'll probably put that away in storage soon. I need to start it. I haven't started it in a while. But if you want to see more mods, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, peace.